The Honourable Annette King.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question to the Prime Minister: what advice did he rely on when commenting in Australia on the safety of Pike River coal mine?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, I didn't provide a view on the safety of the Pike River coal mine. I pointed out its design and differences. I understood that there were with Australian mines, but for the purposes of clarification, let me read out the actual transcript of what I said. The question asked by Dennis Shanahan from The Australian was the following: the issue of safety, mining safety in New Zealand, seems to be behind Australia's. Do you accept that? My answer was, I don't think I'm in a position to fully give you a view on that, but what I can say is that there's a Royal Commission of Inquiry into the Pike River mine disaster. On that commission is Stuart Bell from Australia. He's one of the major mine experts here in Australia, and I do think, rightfully so, we need to ask some questions whether mine safety standards are high enough. What is true is that the Pike River mine couldn't have been constructed in that way in Australia. The single-entry 2.4 kilometre upward-sloping mine shaft, I don't believe, is legal in Australia, and so from New Zealand's point of view, we have to ensure we have the world's best practice. I have no doubt that there will be changes actually recommended in New Zealand. We've taken an interim review of our mines to check for safety, but long-term there'll need to be other changes, I suspect.
The Honourable Annette King.
Speaker, why did he criticise a union delegate for talking about the safety of Pike River mine before the Royal Commission, but he felt able to answer a question by an Australian media person about mines and mine safety in New Zealand?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Because if I had done that and talked about mine safety, I would be being hypocritical, but I didn't. I talked about the construction of the mine and the differences between New Zealand and Australia. And I would add it was a mine that was consented under a Labor government.
Point of order, the Honourable Trevor Mallard. Order. 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 The Honourable Trevor Mallard. Point of order.
Mr Speaker, I think you need to tell that member that 1998 was a national government.
Order.
That's when
Order.
it was
The member will
consented.
resume his seat immediately. Now, that is an outright abuse of the point of order process. The shadow leader of the House should set a better example. He may not agree with the Prime Minister's answer, but he does not use the point of order process to voice his disagreement. And he should be careful of that. Supplementary question, the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Was that mine first consented in 1998?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
I'm not in a position to confirm that.
The Honourable Annette
Mr.
King,
Speaker.
supplementary question. Point of order, the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Mr Speaker, can I draw your attention to what has just
the
happened
member
here?
cannot. The Prime Minister has answered two questions the way he sees fit. And it is not up to the Speaker to, so long as the question has been answered and nothing unparliamentary has been said, it is not up to the Speaker to adjudicate on the accuracy or otherwise of any answer. That is not the way question time is conducted. The supplementary question, but had I just called the Honourable Annette King? Okay, supplementary question, the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Which answer was correct? His answer to Annette King's supplementary question or his answer to mine?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, both.
The Honourable
Supplementary
Annette
question,
King.
Mr Speaker. If he's now saying that mine safety standards need to be changed, why wait until after the Royal Commission has reported to make the changes? Or is he prepared to guarantee there will be no further mining accidents that will happen under the current mining regulations in the next 2 years?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
I'm not saying they need to change. I have said exactly that the Royal Commission of Inquiry needs to look at that matter. I've simply made the point that a mine that was constructed in New Zealand would not be legal to be constructed in Australia.
The Honourable Annette King.
Speaker, as an interim measure until the Royal Commission reports, will he implement the Queensland regulatory standards for mine safety considered world's best practice and contract experts from Queensland to come to New Zealand to oversee their implementation? If not, why not?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, no, and that's because there was an audit taken of the safety of mines. We're now working our way through the Royal Commission of Inquiry and we'll see what recommendations they make.
The Honourable Annette King.
Is he aware that family members of Pike River miners are now calling for increased mine inspection to occur now. If not, why not listen to what they've got to say rather than wait?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, because we've undertaken a safety audit of New Zealand mines and we're now waiting for the Royal Commission to make recommendations.
The Honourable Annette King.
Why did his government halt the review of mine safety in 2009?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, you have to direct that question to the appropriate minister. And that is the best person to answer that question. But what I can say is that there were a number of factors, I think, in relation to, from the top of my head, that they were for smaller mines.
Supplementary
the
question,
Honourable
Mr.
Annette
Speaker.
King.
Can he confirm that generic OSH regulations leave the ultimate responsibility for mine plans to the mine manager?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr Speaker, no, that would have to be directed to the Minister.
The Honourable Trevor Mallard.
When was the Pike River mine first consented?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Well, I don't know the answer to that question.
Question number 4, Nikki Wagner.